Wednesday nights, and we're here. I wanted to just jump on, mess around for a little bit, trying to do some more vertical lives, and so I will. And here we are. Got some new knives in the mail today. Start talking about them in a little bit. Look at how big that is. This thing is huge. I tell you what. I'll just sit here and flip this until someone shows up. New Militas are awesome. I'm going to be doing some Kaiser videos coming up real soon, highlighting them. Got the mini as well. Who has been picking up some of the Militas though? I've been wanting one for a while. Now that I got my matching sect, the big one, the small one. This one here, the smaller one is a Nitro V blade, and this one that I picked up is 154 cm. But look at this action, just boosh, just works good. Drops easy, front flipper works great. Just as good as the premium Militas. Only you get them for a little bit more of a budget. Rather than having to spend $100-200 on a Milita, now you can get one as low as like $60-70 for the full size, and I think as low as $50 for the smaller ones. Kathleen, hello, can't stay, but you may still be here when I get back. I might. Went live just for a little bit, got a couple new knives, wanted to jump on, do a couple more of these verticals just for a little bit, see how it goes. And yeah. All right. The other Kaiser that I've been messing around with is the Veratus. I put that gold pivot on there. It came with a black pivot, but this is the other one that is a budget version. They had the premium versions, the titanium versions. Veratus is a really cool knife. Really been digging Kaiser lately. They've been doing good for me. Plus, they have a great budget line with a lot of variety. The other ones I just got recently would be the Tempest Microjet. This is one of the newest knives that is out from KC Knives Fast Channel. Check him out if you haven't been on there. This is the titanium with the micro milled surface right there. The titanium one just has a really nice sound though. Sensor, what's going on? Good to see you. Just doing a quick little vertical live, pass some time on a Wednesday here. Got a couple more videos I need to make. And I was just like, the last vertical live I did was fairly successful. And I usually go live on Thursdays. And I have my whole PC set up horizontally, multi-screen, split screens. We can look stuff up. We can do a lot of fun things. I've been used to doing lives like that, but they've been talking about doing some more vertical lives. So I did one, and I got a ton of views and some new followers, subscribers, people I hadn't seen before. So if it's going to help get out to a few other people. What's up, Ralph? How are you doing tonight? Just messing around with my Tempest Microjets. I got a couple of them. There's going to be a video coming soon because I will have 3 of them in the house for a little while. Somebody's sending me their titanium blue one, and it has the same stonewash blade, and I'm going to put that stonewash blade on my Ultim version, and then I'm going to send them theirs back with that black blade on there. Outstanding. Dude, if you got $140 and you are interested in mid, close to full size, great feeling knife that has good action, I am pretty happy with this. The jimps, he extended those jimps way out. Kenman loves a lot of jimps. Those feel fantastic. What's everybody up to tonight? Everybody just hanging out? Are there some other lives? I don't have my hand fully on the pulse. I'm so busy with my life and my jobs and stuff. I do go on a lot of people's lives, check out a lot of channels and stuff. but I don't always know the exact schedule. I'm usually busy. I run a league on Wednesday nights in the summer, and so I don't have time to really watch any lives on Wednesdays. But my league finished at the end of October, so now my Wednesdays are starting to open up, have a little more time. Wouldn't be able to, if I started doing lives regularly, I wouldn't be able to do those regularly in the summer. But for now, the next 6 months without league, I just was kind of hanging out. It was like, I'm gonna film some videos. I was like, you know what? Let's jump on, do a little live for a little bit. I did just do an unboxing from Mole Sect. Anybody know about Mole Sect? It's a newer company. They just came out this year. This is one of their newest releases, the Jungle. Boom. Look at the size of this hog. It is absolutely crazy huge. Flipper, or the thumb studs flip out nice. It does have a flipper tab on that. Whoops. Trying to stay on camera here, doing this vertical. That front flipper. Look at that beast. I mean, good Lord. 9.5-inch monster. I tell you what. What has everybody got going on tonight, though? Is there another live or something? I know there were some that were earlier. But yeah, people just hanging out, messing around. A lot of my neighbors are out mowing right now, or they just finished mowing up leaves. It's going to be snowing here in Minnesota pretty soon, and the leaves are everywhere in my yard. Jonathan Judds, what's up? You ever seen this Mole Sect? This is called the Jungle. Thank you for subscribing, Dustin. Appreciate it. What the heck? I didn't get a reminder. Clint, there was no reminder. We're just jumping on. I was free. It's Wednesday. I didn't have anything going on. Did a couple unboxings. I have a few more. Look at this Mole Sect beast. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to try another vertical live. I want to do more lives in the future. I usually just do lives off of my studio, and I have multi-screens and everything up, and I can look things up, and we can research stuff, and I can have different effects and things for the for my lives. But people were telling me, hey, try some of these vertical lives. Sherry Oliver, we are just going into summer on the other end of the world there. Where are you at, Sherry? Just getting into summer. Must be like Australia. But yeah, this new Jungle, man, this thing is huge. It's got like this snake pattern on the G10. Very cool. Mole Sect reached out to me and said they liked what was going on with the channel, wanted to see if I wanted to try out a couple of models. And I said, sure. And so they sent out this Jungle. And then the other one is the Orbit, smaller front flipper knife. Very cool, kind of a classy, slim, thin, simple knife. Verticals scare me. Robo Steve. But look, you can see the whole length of my long arm, torso that I need to shave. How's everything going? What's up, Big Bald? Fred the Lug? How you guys doing? Just doing a little vertical for some funsies. Let me fix this. Yeah, crazy enough, I do my weekly lives, and I usually get between 300 and 500 views, which is fine. That's great. Very appreciative. I did that vertical live on, was it Monday? Yeah, I think it was Monday for like an hour, and I had 2,300 views, and I gained like 20 subscribers. So that is different for lives for me. So it was like, wow, I guess that particular vertical live was successful. And so I figured I might throw a few more in here. I do like having my computer set up and being able to look things up and having a little bit more options as far as what we're doing. But I will try these vertical lives a little bit, see how they go. I can bring her down to the table. I do want to change my setup though. Maybe have like something here where I could have it back a little further, have a table, kind of get more coordinated with that. I don't know. Boom. What's everyone think about that? Who likes a front flipper? This one actually works pretty good. Of course, I'm failing it. Crap. Okay, but let me move this. I'm going to move this over to here. And we're going to go like this. Make a little rotation. Boom. Down on my table here. Let me give you a haircut. I like my hairs. Trying not to get rid of them. What's going on, Scooby-Doo? What's up, Leafy Wiggy? Got my Devo Nip Slip. I was carrying my Devo Tall Boy today. Really happy with the Tall Boy in the dark mode. Let me kind of fix this quick here. Boom. Get that one up there, that one there. But yeah, Devo was making some cool stuff. I am pretty happy with them. The Tall Boy was the second Devo knife that I picked up. This is the dark mode version that was only available at through Blade Binge. If you haven't been on Blade Binge, go check them out. They do have used knives for sale. You can post and list your used knives and sell them, buy them. You can also buy brand new knives there, like when new drops come out like this. They have their dark mode version that they're doing on regular stuff. Are you selling, says Scooby-Doo. I do have a few knives for sale. Mostly I do customs. So I like getting knives and doing custom jobs. So people will send knives to me. I'll do custom work to them and then send them back. Or I like to do customs on my own. For example, I do laser marking. So this little Kershaw blur was this color right here, just a plain gray. And I did this laser mark paisley pattern across that. Nice little fifth pocket carry. They're really small, these little ones. You can just kind of put them in your hand and put them aside. I also do shipwrecks, which is forced patina on like copper and brass. So this Civivi X-Arc, this is a piece of copper. It was a solid copper piece, and I did the patina on here, creating that crazy fun shipwrecking pattern. Here's another shipwreck right here. So this is this QSP Penguin. So this was all just a copper piece, solid, basically that color right there by my thumb. And then you put it in a container and add ammonia and salt and other chemicals and let it sit and let the vapors kind of soak in. So this is actually patinaed into the metal that is there. It isn't something that I painted on. It's actually the color of the metal. Like when you see, if you go out and you see sculptures or statues outside on buildings that are like copper or brass, and you see they're turning blue. It's kind of that natural patina that you can get. You can also add different things. So there's just a little blue here, but I added a few other materials to create these different kind of crazy patterns and colors. Here's the exact same knife, different technique, different metal or different material. I use more salt on this one to get all those blues. So you have a lot of options when you do the shipwreck. It's tough to control, and it's going to be a little wild, and you never know exactly where it's going to go, how it's going to go. You have a little bit, like I said, of power over what its final look is going to be, but you know, boom. Robo wants the all blue one. That might be the one, huh? I have one more of these to do, and I'm actually going to order some more because these are inexpensive little Rough Rider lockbacks. Just a simple little nice budget knife, but they're made out of brass, and they are obviously working well. I love doing the shipwreck though. It is super fun. I would love a knife. Michael Vincent Jr. Knives are great. I love them. I've got a bunch and I keep getting more. I dig it. Check out Kaiser if you are in the market. They do have a lot of cool stuff. Because I'm blue abadita. Oh, so lonesome for you. Oh, a different song. I like the knife that Billy had in Predator. That is, geez, what am I doing? That is a cool knife. I don't have that one. I have something kind of close. Got this bad boy right here. This is the Buck 119 US made 6-inch blade, super thick handle. You've seen it on movies like Scream, Friday the 13th Part 4, etc., etc. Awesome knife. This knife has been around for quite a while. They've been making it for, I don't know, 30 some years or something at Buck, if not more. It's Wednesday, not Thursday, but we are live. And notice we're not this way, we're this way. Little vertical on a Wednesday, Kung Fatty. Lemons, do you like Spyderco's? I do, but not so much that I can show you any. I don't actually own any Spyderco's. I've customized a few and handled a few, checked them out, but I haven't actually pulled the trigger and purchased any. So there's that. Nice, but boring. How about this one, Michael? Boom. That one boring? Check this bad boy out. This is a custom one-off unique knife made by Mr. Eddie. He has a YouTube channel and Instagram, but made a nice smooth knife and then pounded facets in it. Real thick handle. Super cool. I love this knife. I barely use it, but I pick it up, hold it every single day. What's up, MPG? Kevin Smith and I's got my Vero Axon Titanium today. Trim Lizard Skin Neutron comes tomorrow. Got a bunch of stuff on the way. I have a few also that should be here soon. I actually did a blind unboxing today. Wasn't sure. It's funny how... Oh, let me turn that sound off. Hold on. It's funny how like companies send you stuff and they don't always tell you, like, oh, well, this is Kaiser. It doesn't say on the outside Kaiser. I suppose sometimes that's nice because then people are less apt to maybe stealing your package because it says right on it. I have a question problem. I have a few Victorinox pocket knives. They are rather old and you cannot pull out the blade and other things without breaking your nail. How would I clean it? Well, I would soak that, get yourself some knife oil or something like a KPL oil or something, and squirt a bunch of it in there and let it sit. And then maybe take it and kind of do this with it and kind of work it in. You might have to fully disassemble it sometimes if you take the whole thing apart. Victorinox, you know what? I don't know if I've ever taken one of those apart. I'm not even sure. Hold on. I have one somewhere around here. Give me a second. Excuse me. These are caps, aren't they? I'm pretty sure you can pop off these caps. I don't even know. I've never done it. If anyone does know, comment below. But I think you can pop off the caps. You can kind of take it apart. But I would try to get in there and clean it really good with some oil and wipe it down and maybe let it soak for a while. But sometimes they just get so old, you might be, it depends. If they're great looking knives and the blades are still good and you can get them sharp, then it might be worth it. But sometimes a $20 knife, it might be best to just maybe pick up a new one. What is your favorite knife company? That's tough to say. I would say for now, I would maybe have to go Kaiser. Kaiser's been doing a lot of good things for me. Of all of my knives, I own more Kaisers than anything else. This is the new Milita with 154 cm. There's also the Mini Milita and Nitro V. Probably my favorite knife of all is this Kaiser. This is the White Mountain Knives exclusive titanium Mini Towser K. with that clutch lock. The clutch lock from Kaiser is really smooth. Look at how easy that opens and closes. Just a fantastic knife. I love it. But Kaiser, like I said, I have maybe, I don't know exactly. I have a couple hundred knives. It's not Thursday. What the F? Well, Paul, FTW, I'll be here tomorrow. This is just a little vertical live just for some fun. Not going to be on here for terribly long. Just messing around a little bit with the algorithm, seeing what it does. My normal Thursday live will be horizontal with all the bells and whistles. And that's Thursdays at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. So if you want to check out then, I will be here tomorrow. But I will be trying a few of these vertical lives here and there. And I do want to kind of go live a little bit more often and just do some more things, especially now the winter's kind of approaching. I have a lot of projects I want to work on, a lot of things I want to do. And why not bring everyone else along with me? Javon says it works, gotta work, right? Well, I'll be totally honest with you. I do my lives. Hold on a second here. Boom. Woo, gotta have those glasses on for a second. I was trying to read this small print. My God, those are some ugly glasses too. Those are just cheaters. I don't actually have a prescription. I just can't read when the chat was right here. I should need to put it up because I can read it on the TV over there, which is 15 feet away. I can read that just fine. Live shipwrecks would be fun. Live customs of anything. I want to try to do some shipwrecks. I want to try to do maybe some dies. The issue with doing a live shipwreck is it doesn't take too terribly long to kind of get everything ready, get it set, and then you put it in the container, and then you have to just basically sit and wait. And so once you do that, now we're at the waiting process and we have to start doing something else. I'm going to keep showing these though. The new micro jets are awesome. This knife is so smooth. KC knocked it out of the park at Knives Fast. Go check them out. He only has a few of them left. This is the titanium version with a real snappy sound. Boom. I just love it. Crisp. I also have the Ultim version. I purchased this one with the intent because I do anodizing. So I'm going to do an ano one color, and then I'm going to take the backspacer and all the hardware, which is also titanium. And then I will be doing a multi-tone color on that. I did want the Ultim one. So I actually entered his contest a few weeks ago and I won this. Lucky me, I won one of the KC giveaways. He did a bunch of good giveaways. He hit 25,000 this week and gave several away. I can't read when the light is low. I agree. Hey, how's my knife coming along? MPG, we're ready to rock. We're about to do it. I'm going to send you some pics of that, the scales I got going. I'll probably do it tomorrow, if not Friday. But it'll be ready to go and then we can ship it out. But I'll send you some pics really soon. I missed. Have you done anodized titanium? Lemons, I have. I don't have anything here that's anodized that I can show you right now. But if you go on my channel and go into the search and type anodized, you'll see all the different things. MPG's in here. She actually sent me her Spyderco, and I did an anodized job and then a laser removal and then another anodized job over the top of that. So you basically get a two-tone anodizing. Lots of fun stuff like that. That's the main thing that I like on the channel is I like to do customizations. Obviously, I'm getting new knives all the time, talking about knives, doing unboxings and lives. But my real passion is I'm an artist, so I love doing die projects, laser projects. Another one of the lasers I did is this right here. This is the CJRB Agave. And so this was a silver scale material, and I did the white laser mark with the agave print on there. So the little silver tips, those are the spots where that was what color it was, is this silver right here and here. And then all the white is the laser mark. So I'm big on the laser marks, anodizing, shipwrecking. I just got some ferric chloride. I'm going to be doing some etching, all types of stuff. I have a CNC machine, so I'm also going to be making some scales and some inserts and some things. I can't wait to start making some inserts for the Milita and the mini Milita. So I'll be able to make little inserts like this right there, or full-on scales. If I want to take like a scale like this off this Veratus, I can start programming and making some scales pretty soon. Veratus, this is the new budget version of the Veratus. This is in Nitro V and this really cool kind of patterned G10. They give you 2 pivots. I actually still have the pivot right here. So it did have a black pivot on there, and they give you the gold as well, so you can kind of swap it out. Is that a Thompson Centerfire shirt? It is a Minnesota Twins shirt. Minnesota Twins. That's right, Kung Fatty. But yeah, I wanted to jump on and do some of these verticals. It's crazy. I got the last 5 3-hour lives that I did on Thursday nights. If you add up all the views I got on all 5 of them, that number doesn't equal the amount of views I got on one vertical live that was 1 hour long on Monday. It's crazy. It pushes it out to a different group. I think I gained like 20 subscribers or in that 1 hour that I was on. It's crazy. I'm appreciative. It's very cool. I am not as big a fan of doing the verticals like this because I have my PC set up and I can do the horizontals and I can bring up screens. We can look stuff up, all the extra graphics. But, I want to do a couple verticals here and there. I'm going to probably add another regular live sometime soon. Hey, Sabald, what's going on? Sean King in the house. What am I missing in the chat? I'm going to look over here for a second. I need to bring it up over there because then I can look across the camera a little bit more than looking off to the side. Big Bald says I need to get some jades to me for some dye jobs. Big Bald, send them out, dude. I'll hook it up. Hook it up, no problem. Everything's all right, says Sabald. Good on ya. I haven't been, man, since daylight savings, my sleep pattern, I don't know. I keep getting up early. I've been get tired and I fall asleep early. It was like the day before daylight savings. I fell asleep on the couch at like 8 p.m. and then woke up at like midnight. And then daylight savings kicks it back. But then I'd already slept for like 4 hours. And so then when I went to bed, I ended up getting up at like 4 in the morning. And then I was up for the day. And so then every day since then, I've fallen asleep kind of early. Plus it was kicked back. And so I've been waking up like hour, 2 hours before I have to go to work with no reason to wake up. So I feel like I have jet lag. Daylight savings, jet lag, is that a thing? The nip slip is so close to perfect. It looks cool. I would like one. I miss, Keenan and Kel. Yeah, for sure. I was looking at that small little chat and I saw it says I miss Kenman because Keenan and Kenman are spelled so similar that my eyes couldn't tell the difference. And I'm like, you miss me? I'm right here, chili boy. I'm right here. But yeah, I don't know who just popped in, but have you seen this mole sect? The mole sect jungle? Oh my god, this thing. It may look big because I'm holding it next to the right in front of the screen there. But if I get out my pyrite, all right. So the mole sect jungle, the pyrite. Look at this thing. You guys see in my videos the pyrite I use for all the comparisons. This new mole sect jungle is something else. It's got a flipper tab, boom, 14C28N, and I'm letting the IPA, I'm letting the IPAs erase that fallback. Yeah, that's when maybe I need to just have another IPA. I had a nice hazy at the brewery last night for leagues. They don't always have hazies there, and so they got a new one came out, and it was really good. I like a hazy, dirty one. Usually takes about 2 weeks to adjust, says Joseph Jones. Ugh. This mole sect though, I think the Jungle, I think this is around $60. They're a brand new company from 2024. They have maybe 8, 9, 10 models out, and they reached out to me. What's up, Eagle Scout EDC? Got another one for you right here. They reached out to me, wanted to see if I'd be interested in checking a couple out. So they actually sent me a couple. So this was from Mole Sect. I appreciate it. Very cool. This thing is huge. It has choke up. So I choke up on that spot right there, right? Get in there for that blade. But look at all this handle out the back. It's like a sword. Unreal. Actually, I should grab the Goliath. I'm going to grab this one too. So we've got the CJRB frac. Look at this. It's even bigger. It makes the frac look small. Are you kidding me right now? That is crazy. I got a Spyderco Shaman with the Flytanium scales. That is awesome. 5 months from MPG. Thank you so much. Wahoo! Bro, 5 months. Much appreciated. So this is the CJRB Resource. Another absolute beast. The Resource is smaller. That is something. That Resource is a beast of a knife. Oh, boom. Got that huge fuller for flicking out. Real cool. I got this one for Christmas last year. Jacked my finger up sharpening my knife, but the grind must go on. We cut ourselves regularly, bud. I tell you what. But holy God. That snake scale pattern on the G10. Pretty cool. I like the blade shape. Of course, it's heavy, so it drops easy. Boom. The other one that I got from Mole Sect is somewhere in front of me. Why can't I see it? Because there's too many things hiding it. It's right there. Boom. The other one is the Orbit. The Orbit is a front flipper only from Mole Sect. Boom. Nice, easy front flip. Real simple, kind of a clean design. Has that M on the pivot. And then does say Mole Sect on the pocket clip. But other than that, it's real clean. That blade kind of sits in there almost like a teardrop. Real thin, long teardrop. The blade pops out a little bit. Can't get to the fuller for flicking it out or anything. Front flipper only. But that front flipper does work. I don't know how well I can do this in front of the camera. But boom, you can index finger flick it out. This one has this gray G10 with the contour. I plan on doing a die job for this as well. You have any Max Ace? I keep hearing those are good. That is exactly what we need right now. Because the Max Ace, oh damn, I'm at 70 subs. Right on, Eagle Scout. I do have a Max Ace. Let me grab it. The Max Ace Goliath. We have the SLD Magic Sanmai blade. That is a real hamon you see right there. If you look on the edge, I don't know if I can focus on that, but you can see it's a sandwich. So there's two pieces sandwiched between that third, and that's where you can see that third coming out right there. It gives you that hamon on that SLD Sanmai Magic, or SLD Magic Sanmai blade. Titanium hardware. Big old beast the Goliath is. So if anything's going to be next to the Jungle, it would be the Goliath. And the Goliath is the winner. I was going to say this Jungle's been beating out everything, but nope. Goliath has it by about a ½ inch. Boom. Tell me this isn't a cool looking knife sword. I love it. This thing doesn't get carried anywhere near as often as I should, but it is just a super fun, beastly knife. Just finished my epoxy resin scales for my Kaiser Mini Roach. Looks pretty good. You made some epoxy resin scales. So did you made like a mold then? So you molded the first ones and then you're pouring the epoxy resin into the mold for making the other ones. Is that how you did it, Neil? Very cool. What's up, Ken the man? Hope you are well, says Knives and Pizza. I'm enjoying this new beast of a knife, the Jungle from Sect, brand new company, 14C28N on this big hog. But my Max Ace Goliath is the one knife in the house that is actually bigger. I was starting to wonder. I was grabbing all my larger knives. The CJRB Resource is not quite as big. I do love some big beefy knives. It's fun to kind of grab these because I've been buying so many small knives lately. Frack is smaller for sure. In your opinion, are Civivi knives considered gentleman knives? Short answer, I'm going to say yes and no. There are some Civivi knives that I would say are considered gentleman knives. I'd say there's some Civivi knives that are not. The Civivi does have a huge line. They have a lot of variety, but I would definitely call some of them gentleman knives. Let's look at a few Civivis real quick here. We're going to go boom. I have the Civivi Exarch. This is kind of considered like the classic shape and style of a gentleman's folder. It's thin, it's slim, it's lean. I did put the shipwreck on there, which makes it a little more funky, but nice little simple front flipper. Got the Damascus. Okay, so what we're going to do here is we're going to get a little crazy. Picking you guys up, carrying you in my arms. Let's turn my lights on, and we're going to rotate. Here's my shelf. Make sure my lights are on. Should we do some fun quick? This is what I like to do. We go, hold on. Fade, 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 fade. There is most of my knives right here. Dance disco party. I had to fill in the honeycomb pattern, then silicone molded them. They look good, but we'll see about their performance in the field. I'm interested what the sound, how like it might sound a little more hollow with them too, which might be cool. All right, enough of that. Cold. Just get some cold lighting here. Let me set this down. Sorry. So, Civivi on my shelf is back here. So, nice looking gentleman's kind of Civivi would be this right here. Why can't I remember what this is called? Wow, my brain just shut off. I had to turn that light on. Don't remember your children's names. What in the... You ever have one of those times where your brain just shuts off? Anybody in the chat? What's this called again? My God, I'm losing my mind. What would be one that I would say is kind of a gentleman's? Maybe something clean like this. The Civivi Altus. Real snappy. Prado. No, isn't the Prado... CJRB Prado. Ray Laconico design. My son decided to barf last night after his bath. Well, did he barf in the bath? That's the Prado. But yeah, we were looking Civivi. God, why can't I remember the name of that? I'm losing my mind. This one's kind of a classy looking Civivi. I don't remember the name of it either right now. Holy God. Gentlemen's. Boom. Switchblades. Do I have any switchblades? I have a few autos. I got the Boker Kalashnikov. Boom. Works really good, really fast. What knife would you recommend for an electrician? Are you using it in electrical work where are you going to be cutting wires and stuff with it? Or are you just using it as a daily carry for cutting simpler things? I guess it depends. One with a rubber handle. Yes, one with a rubber handle makes sense. I do have a butterfly around here, but I think it's in my box somewhere, not nearby. I don't see it right offhand. Oh my God, I need to organize. I do plan on doing a full shelf review, all my knives. I've got, like I said, over 200 of them, ranging from the silly to the extreme. This is the mini. They call this a mini paragon. Why is this a mini? It is a chonk. But tell me that blade shape doesn't look super cool, right? I love the big knives. I love the small knives. Here is Artisan Cutlery Proponent. It's probably the biggest razor blade anyone's ever seen. I always cut wire and it kills the blades fast. Yeah, that's what I was wondering. It's like if you're cutting wire with it, you probably would want to get, you might spend some money on something that's extremely high HRC. Like get yourself that new Spyderco with the Rex 121 that's got that extreme hardness, something that it would just not lose the edge. I just have a feeling pretty much most knives, you're starting to cut wires with it. Yeah, that might actually be one of the cases where getting one where you're putting the razor blade in it and then taking the razor blade out and throwing it away and replacing it, just because you're going to be dulling it up so quickly on a regular basis. Where if you're not cutting wire, you're just cutting like paper and tape and boxes and stuff, there are some blades that will stay sharp for a really long time. But once you get into those wires, I am not as knowledge on something like that where it's going to be required to hold its edge because you're just really beating the hell out of it. 3V or crew wear might be tough enough. Yeah, Leafy, something where it's got a super HRC or high so that it retains its edge a little bit better. This is my favorite Kubi in the Ultim, the Titius. I've gone through 3 or 4 Titiuses. They're really nice. The action is great. This is a beefy knife. Do you have any Kershaw? I have a couple of Kershaws. They are down here. First Kershaw I ever got was well, actually, that's a lie. I have some others as well. First Kershaw that I use and carry on a regular basis is this one here. This is the Heist. Heist has a crossbar lock. Whips out easy, as long as I'm not on camera. Works well. Got a nice shape to it. Flicks out easy. I like the feel on this. Just a good user, not too expensive. The other one is the one that they won the Blade Show Award with. This is the Iridium. The Iridium is really smooth as well. Flicks out nice. The one issue I have with the Iridium is that it is a huge fingerprint magnet. Very nice, but it's a shiny blade. And just, you know how some knives just are magnets. And they just grab that fingerprint and they just look dirty immediately versus others. Some you can kind of just touch them and they don't really show. This one, it has great action. It opens and closes really good. Feels fantastic. Nice little accents on there. Great user. But again, if you want it to look clean and shiny, kind of a pain in the butt once in a while just because it's just that shine just gets so dirty so quick. I took the Ultim Titius and now it's in translucent green. How did you make the Ultim green? I'm interested. I do not have any ZTs. Kung Fatty says he likes the disposable ones for wires. Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. Just, I'm not real big on them disposables, but if you're cutting wire or something where it is just literally, you are beating that metal on a regular basis, it might be better to, if you just got those razor blades in there, you throw that razor blade away and then you beat up another one and you can just keep swapping them out for that quick, instant sharp. I do have one butterfly somewhere around here, but it's not a great one. I would like to get a couple more, maybe a nicer one. Maybe get a trainer, because I'm someone who would probably start spinning it and then I'll end up hurting myself. And I got to be careful because I will try it. I'm really big in the Concept. The Tuckamore is a fantastic knife. Got some great action to it. Really cool look. It's a weird one. Some people may be turned off by the design, but I think it's cool. Black titanium with a micarta inlay. And I have a couple lefty Concepts. This is the Concept Warrior, full lefty. We've got a textured titanium bolster. We've got that bolster lock set up for lefties. Fantastic looking knife. Tuckamore is next on your list, says Laid Off Pete. Dude, it's gorgeous. I love it. It's in my top 10 for sure, maybe in my top 5 knives of all time. I love the Tuckamore. The Fenrir is also another one that is a lefty knife. It's really cool that Concept makes these full lefty customs. This one's also titanium and the shredded carbon fiber. Too many knives, too sharp, too pointy. So many safety violations. Boom. You got to have knives in your life. I could have many, many more. I have space. I love all my Concepts, says Laid Off Pete. You have any Tenables? This is my one and only Tenable. Tenable is the new Concept budget line. Action is great on this. Little flipper out, flip that Tonto blade. Pretty cool. I daily carry a Loki V1 I got from mine in Milton. I'm really enjoying it. Calculate novelty lighters. I've been, novelty lighters. I've seen, there's a channel I've been watching that he does these little novelty, crazy, cool old lighters, and it's just fun because he takes it apart, gets it, fills it, and then lights it in slow motion. You get to see these old lighters looking cool. QSPs, I got some QSPs we can look at. I've been looking into new Tenables. Yeah, that new one, I messaged them about it. They are out. I want to get one of those. I do not have necessarily a cheese knife, but I do have a poop knife. All right, here's my poop knife right here. Silicone covered, got a steel core, dishwasher safe. Poop? Yes, that is for poop. Have I used it for poop? No. No, I have not. But if there's a poop knife for sale, why wouldn't you buy one? All right, QSPs. I have the QSP swordfish. I know there is a swordfish from, what is that? Ramet swordfish. It's got that out the front kind of gravity knife. This is the QSP swordfish with crazy Warncliffe blade. Very cool. I got this one at Blade Show Texas last year. How many knives do you have? Don't know. Over 200. I need to do a count. I am actually going to do a full count / overview of all of them soon. Stay tuned for that. This is the QSP Gavial. This thing is cool. Gavial is a crocodile, or a fish eating crocodile. So they tried to make this kind of look like a crocodile. It's cool. It's got that black and silver two-tone on the blade. Real nice drop. Flicks out good. Bigger, larger, fun knife. Anything for sale? I do have some stuff for sale. I don't have them really about. I mostly do. I'm a collector, so most of my knives are for my collection. I do custom stuff where I do dies and things like that, like this Civivi X1. This was white G10, and I did the purple to give it this kind of a two-tone Joker look. So I like to do customizations. So a lot of times I'll do custom stuff and then sell that. So some of them, like this one here, it would be for sale if someone was interested, but it's also part of my collection. So if no one is interested, I don't need to sell it. But I do sell some of the custom stuff that I do for myself if people are interested, because I can always then just buy another one and do it again, or do another custom job, which is my main gig. I really enjoy doing the customizations, die projects. This one was a Jade G10 where the red is, so I did the red die on that. Super cool knife. So again, I wouldn't sell it, but if someone asks, they're like, oh, I'm interested, I can show them some of the ones I've got and let them go. This one was also white, made that one red. Do I have this one? I died. This one I died. This one I died. This one I died. This Concept I did the fade. Been getting into doing some cool fades for this yellow to orange to red fade die. I like doing that. It is fun. I dyed that red one, this purple one, this Artisan Cutlery. This one is another fade where I did that light, almost white to a medium purple to that dark purple. Really kind of a fun projects. I enjoy it. Got any cleaver knives? Got a few. Civivi Mastodon folding cleaver. How cool is that? You can flick it out too, even though there's nothing there to flick. It's just the blade is so heavy that you can just kind of get in there and boom, out she goes. I do have several cleavers. Where are they all? One of my favorite cleavers right here. Boom. Mini Corvid cleaver. How do you dye them? So you use fabric dyes, like a RIT dye, where people used to dye like tie-dye t-shirts and things like that. So you get that dye and you have it, it's like a liquid dye. So I'll take the knife apart and then you take the scales and then you heat the dye. The dye is activated by by heat. So you put it like on the stove, heat the dye up, and then put the scales in the dye, let it sit for a certain amount of time, and then remove it. If you go to my channel and look up, I have a whole playlist on over 50 knives that I've done dye projects for, and you can watch them. It's basically each video is start to end. I have the knife, I take the knife apart, we do the dye, and we put it back together so you can see the entire process. It's actually pretty fun. And if you're interested, you can kind of watch it, kind of get some ideas, and then pick yourself some dye up and try it yourself. Really cool stuff. I'm always trying to do all my videos and my custom projects where I kind of help describe how I'm doing it. So if someone is interested and wants to get into it themselves, they can. Check it out for sure. I also, for those who don't know, I do lives on Thursday nights. I know we're live right now, but this is just a little vertical live. I go live on Thursday nights horizontally with my computer and my studio set up, and I have all the bells and whistles, and we can look up things on the internet, check out other knives, and do some stuff. That's Thursday nights, 6 p.m. Central Time is when we start that. Awesome, Mad Yako. Is Mad Yako in here? Figured out how to monogram hanks, ordered grommets for them to hang from a bag. Sweet. For those of you who don't know, Mad Yako's got himself a channel. Really fun, interesting content. He also does make hanks. So if you're interested, go check that out. And it looks like he's figuring out how to monogram them, which is very cool. That'll be another little addition that you can add. All right. I am going to... I'm going to flip back to me. We're going to go back over here. Get this back in here. Here is an example of a Mad Yako Hank. I have the horror passion and the Jason kind of concept on the channel that I do on a regular basis. Has a little stamp, handmade in Ohio. Woo! And then he does the back in like a different color. He's got this really cool, he does a lot of different stitching. The stitching on this is kind of like a slip knot stitching, kind of like the way Leatherface's mask would be stitched together. So it's got that funky metal kind of raw stitch to it. Here, let me grab another one. Apologize, I'm off camera here. Picking my nose over here is what I'm doing. I just didn't want anybody to see it. But here's a couple more of the Mad Yakko Hanks that I got. So here's another cool like Halloween one. And he does different stitching patterns too. So if you see that stitch right there, that's got a really cool kind of a weavy kind of a design to it. There's another one. Lots of interesting fabrics. And then yet another pattern. So yeah, if you are interested in some Hanks, check them out. Mad Yakko on the YouTube. Ron Dobbins, what's going on? Whoops. Just trolling. I'm excited. I finally shaved. Yeah, you are trolling. Do you have any knives that will not allow fingerprints to stick? Yes. Like a lot of the black blades, no fingerprints. But even there are some like this right here, stonewash blade. I don't really see on my Devo Pony Stout. This is one of my favorite knives right here, titanium Devo Pony Stout. Just a great size. Flicks out good. It's got that choke up spot, so it's not too big, but you can get in there and just do some work. But yeah, so depending certain blades, I can sit there, touch this up. You can kind of see where one kind of forms, but as soon as it dries off, it's pretty much gone. You don't really see anything on there versus some like that other one I had. I can go grab it again just for the full reference. The Kershaw Iridium. Wow, maybe in this lighting, but it just is a fingerprint magnet and they just stick and stick. But it's every knife that you get is a little bit different than the last one, so you never know. Black coated knives would probably be one of the better ones. Do you have a website to look at the knives? What do you mean? Like specific knives, my knives, knives that I like to buy? I have links down in the description to some of my affiliates. I really like Kaiser knives. You go to Kaiser, check out them. They have a lot of really cool stuff. Here's the new budget Veratus. Excellent knife, feels really good in the hand. One of my basic 5 favorite Kaiser is the White Mountain Knives exclusive Mini Towser K. Kaiser does have the new line of the Militas. So you get the mini Milita or the regular Milita. You can get a matching. Why wouldn't you? But the mini Milita is a fantastic smaller knife if you're looking for something that doesn't take up as much space. But I don't know, the full-size Milita is probably one of the more popular ones everyone kind of enjoys. It's got good action. Front flipper works good. Flips out really nice. Just feels so good in the hand. And now Kaiser has like maybe 15 or so different versions of it. Thank you for subscribing, RC Addict. I appreciate it. It's tough for me to follow chat sometimes. I apologize, y'all. Doing the vertical lives, it's just not the same. They're small, and then I can't read it very well. I'm used to doing my normal lives where I can see the whole chat, and I've got like 5 screens set up. I'm making excuses over here. I don't know how to vertical live. Teach me the ways. Anybody see the pins that I got? So if you're not familiar, this is one of my logos. I'm getting some reflections. But Sticker Mule sent me a thing, said they had a special on some pins. So it's just the back is just the normal like pin for like a bag or a backpack or something like that. And then we've got the KDK Psycho Squirrel on there. Is that on focus? But I have these. I don't really have them necessarily for sale. I bought them to use for like giveaways. What's up, Paul Mills? Finally cooking off down here in Texas, or cooling off down here in Texas. It can be hot down in the Texas. But yeah, they were fun. I just figured it'd be cool as far as when I do some giveaways or if someone buys one of my customs or something like that, I can throw one of these in, or if someone really wants one, I can hook them up or whatever. But it was a good deal. And just Sticker Mule's got a lot of different stuff, and it seems like if you buy stickers from them, not that I don't have an endorsement with them or anything like that, but if you buy stuff from them, they start sending you like, oh, well, today we have a special on glitter stickers, and then it's like a special price. And so they had that special on these pins. They're little acrylic pins. It's basically a clear piece of acrylic. Then they put the print on the back of it with the pin, so you can see from the side. It's just a thin. It's actually thick though. You can't bend it. Piece of acrylic, nice and shiny. And they have blue. You can see in the bag. See how this one looks kind of blue. And they had like a blue clear piece of film over it, and I didn't notice it was film at first. And I was like, why are these so dull? And then I peeled it off. It's like, oh, that's why. It had a protective coating on it. I did just finish a shipwreck. I've been doing a lot of shipwrecks on the channel. If you haven't seen, this is just a simple little lockback Rough Rider. But we're going to keep doing stuff here. Over there. Get this, hit this button, bow. All right, back to the table we go. Maybe a little bit better lighting. Yeah, for sure. So this is that Rough Rider with the shipwreck. So this is a piece of brass that I did a forced shipwreck patina to it. So you put it in a container basically with ammonia, salt, vinegar, soy sauce, various ingredients, and then let them sit for a day, and then it eats away. And so that's physically there. It's not something that was painted on that will come off. That has physically changed the metal, the brass in this case. But when you do it, you don't have a ton of control, but you do have a little bit of control. Here's another one, the same exact knife, which I use different. This one I used a lot more salt to get more of that blue. This one I used a lot less salt, so there's a little bit of blue in there in some spots, but then I used like a few things like the soy sauce, acted like a resist and made those kind of black patches. It's fun. Right? I mean, for that, yeah, set that down. For a $7, boom. It's got just a tiniest little bit of play. Rough Rider makes some budget stuff, but I mean, that snap is nice. Just a simple little. The reason I bought these cheaper ones is because I wanted to experiment with that shipwreck project and just needed more pieces. And so I did it. I have the QSP Penguin. This one turned out so good. I'm so happy with this. So fun. That hazy kind of yellow from the vapors, the blue from the salt. Just such a cool little design that you can kind of get to happen. The other one was that Civivi X-Arc right here. I was not happy with this. I did this one 3 or 4 times, and then on the live I asked, I said, what does everyone think? And they said, yep, that's super cool. Go ahead and finish it off. And now it's one of my favorite ones. It looks super neat. I dig it. There's the last one right here. This little Civivi Mini. Boom. Fun stuff. I do have a pen that I did as well. Just a simple little, like, right? Boom. Check this out. It's kind of a cheat when you can't see the whole screen, Kenman. Yeah, I know. Everybody just eyeing that poop knife up there. The old poop knife. Had to get it. The other one, I guess I haven't grabbed this and held it out yet, is the Milita fixed blade. If we put the full-size Milita next to the fixed blade, they are almost the same size. The regular one's a little bit wider and a little bit taller in this section here. The blade's a little bit thicker, but the fixed blade has this extra set of jimps right up there and feels so good. Kaiser sent this to me. Much appreciation to Kaiser. This is the S35VN. Sweet, sweet. Look at that camo carbon. Oh, it feels so good. It's great. I love it. This is a larger fixed blade, but I've carried it once. I plan to carry it some more. It does feel good in the hand. Normal fixies. I just started carrying fixed blades a little bit more, but one I've carried a few times is this one right here, this Kubi Quaken. Just a little bit smaller. It almost feels like a steak knife, but it's just great in the hand. It cuts really well. You can see the size difference. But if you're doing some EDC where you're actually carrying it as your main user for the day, just been testing out the smaller ones. Although this, excuse me, whew, it does feel nice. I mean, it's not like carrying the big Buck 119. The other one I have is the Sheriff. This is an awesome knife. I might as well do it. We do it. Tell me that is not ridiculous sharp right there. The Sheriff. Just a badass little simple, small user. Tactical steak knife. Definitely. That Kubi Quaken. It's definitely kind of a tactical steak knife. Where did I put it? Right there. Right? Nice feel. I like Ultim. Not everybody likes Ultim. I love it. MPG, right? The Sheriff is so sharp. What's funny is I probably cut 50 sheets of paper with this, cut some cardboard with it. I've used it. I've never sharpened this thing. I've just been beating it up, waiting to see when it's going to need to get sharpened. But man, I tell you what, Jeff Sheriff, the guy who made this, he's a Minnesota local. Huge handle, 154 cm blade. But that 154 is holding an edge like no other. It is bananas. Quite happy with it. All right, I'm going to put my Devos up here for a second and go back to the Tempests. I will have a third Tempest knife microjet here pretty soon. Just ordered a second microjet. CF and Satin and Stonewash Compadre. Got Aries EDC hard at work as well. There's my 3 for a week or 2. Very nice, B Shady. Thanks for joining us. Yeah, I have the 2 microjets, and I've got someone sending me another one. They got the titanium one like this, except for with the blue handle, but it has the same blade. But I'm going to do a blade swap. So I'm going to give them this black blade, and I'm going to put that Stonewash blade on here. Reason being is if you look at the Ultim, when I close this blade, see how it's just black? It's just everything right here is black. When I open it, you can see through it, right? Now, if that blade was silver, look, you can still see the silver blade contrasting through there. So then when you put the blade away, you'll still be able to see it through the holes in the Ultim. This looks great as is. It's fine. I love it. But I'm going to leave the black liners on there, so then the black and the silver, when it closes, will contrast with each other and look super cool. I can show you what I'm talking about right here. This is the CJRB Hectare. So this one is an Ultim with a black liner that you can see. Now, if that black blade went in there, that would just be all black, but because it's a silver blade, you get that contrast. And everybody's unique. Everybody likes a thing. Here's another fingerprint magnet. So some of them just show fingerprints like no other. Generally, the shinier it is, probably the more it will show. This Hectare is great. This is S90V Ultim. Really nice from CJRB. This is a great user. This is a bug out killer. Nice choke up. Feels awesome. I need to carry this one more. I got so many knives. I'm always kind of swapping through. But yeah, this thing is sick. I did swap on the Jetstreams. Micros are staying legit. I wish I had a Jetstream. The Jetstreams aren't available. I may try to get one at some point, but it's going to end up having to be purchased from someone who already has it. But that'll be fine. I love the titanium one, though. This thing is sick. It just has a better sound. I mean, listen to the difference in sound, right? Just a little bit more clicky, a little bit more snappy. This one's a little bit more hollow. They both feel great. The micro milling actually feels like it sticks out a little bit more on the Ultim version than it does on the titanium, but they are both very cool. I dig it. Excellent stuff. Man, it's been an hour and 10 minutes already. Holy good gravy. All right. I think I'm going to flip this to the ceiling. I appreciate everyone for tuning in. For those of you who have not been on the channel before, thanks for checking it out. Go check out my lives, regular lives, Thursday night, 6 to 10 p.m. I post a full-size video every day, unboxing, customizations, laser marking, anodizing. I do shipwrecking, weathering. I got some ferric chloride for some stuff pretty soon. Do some etching on some blades. A lot of fun stuff. My CNC machine is pretty much ready to go. I just need to get running on it, get programming, start making some scales. I will be live tomorrow night at 6 p.m. And then stay tuned. I'm going to have another special live coming soon with Kaiser. Stay tuned for that. A couple new knives coming out from Kaiser in November that we're going to talk about, which is cool. And a lot of good things going on the channel. Be Shady, I appreciate your time as well. Thank you all for joining in. Hit that like button if you had a good time. I will see you soon. Take care. Have a great Wednesday. We will see you soon.